Hi, I'm Heather, and it's actually like my inner child who wants to come forward and tell the story about my day today because it was really fun. And so, if you think I'm talking weird, it's because I am. But I really just just fully letting my inner child come forward as best I can. So that's what's going on. I got a drum today. My first one, and it's pretty sweater. I love it. You're not gonna really be able to see it in the camera, but I'll stand up. See, it's long and it's soft, and I can wrap myself up in it like a blanket. And I also can open it up if I get hot. And it, the thing that makes it, I think my friend who gave it to me, my friend Lindsay, that I got to go play with at the park today. I think she said she got it in Guatemala. I don't know. I was so excited I couldn't listen to all the details. But it is very soft and it smells like her house, which is a nice smell. And then I guess this was her old drum and she had gotten a new drum. And so this was in her free pile too. And I said, can I please have that? And we talked about, like, I guess I need to get a mallet, but I think I can just gently play it with my fingertips. And I also just realized that I can do this with my hair. And we had cherries yesterday when Brian and I were out for a walk. I said, I would really like to have some cherries. That sounds so good. Because I'd seen some on the ground. And then accidentally I kicked one up into my sandal and I squished the cherry with my foot, like seconds after I said that. So I'm like, oh, I want to eat cherries. I don't want to step on cherries. And I washed my foot when we got home. But anyway, so when we got to Lindsay, she said, would you like some cherries? Yes, I would love some cherries. But actually, first, when I got to her house, we found out that her autocorrect had changed the address. But I had to call her and say, do you have like a Harry Potter house? Because there's no address. There's no number like the one you gave me. And she's like, oh, autocorrected. So I thought she had maybe one of those, what is it? 9 3/4 or something. Anyway, so I get there and she says, do you come inside people's houses? Like, yes, I do that now. And she said, do you give people hugs? I'm like, sometimes. Yes, sometimes I do that now. Because I like to check in and decide that I really want to do it. So it felt really fun and kind of naughty, but it's not. I'm totally safe. And it was the first time I ever seen their house. I didn't know that she even had just recently moved. And it's a beautiful little place. And so I got to see how it's sort of oddly shaped, and all of that really delights me. And she took me, I got to see the whole house. I love everything about getting to see the whole house. And yeah, and then we had some cherries on the carpet, but I was really nervous that I was going to drop cherries on the carpet because I just drop stuff easily. And then we went up to the park and sat under the trees, and I laid on the ground. I had my pad with me, and we just talked about stuff that I think is super duper interesting. We talked about women's circles and frustrations of low energy and things that are lots of people are dealing with right now, and how do we what do we do? How do we be? And it was really lovely, and she reminded me of a lot of really, really good stuff, like evidence journaling, for example. So she said, what I used to do is I would write down all the detail, all the good things that happened that day. And that would help. They're like breadcrumbs. We don't need a lot of detail, just a little bit to like take notes, basically. I mean, yes, that was one of my favorite practices. Thank you for reminding me of that. I haven't been doing that lately. And so I'm going to start. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now is both my current self and my inner child self are coming forward and doing our evidence journal. She reminded me of the benefits of coffee enemas. And so I am going to start doing that again. I have all the stuff I need. I just haven't done it. And God, we talked about so many different things. It was so awesome. And we're going to team up on something pretty soon. So we'll see what happens. But let's see, what else was important? What else did I want to say? It was a beautiful day. It was very sunny out. It was a really nice drive. There was a little bit of traffic, so my head hurts kind of extra from all the concentration. It felt really fun to sit in the park and look at beautiful trees and feel the wonderful air, and it was warm enough, and to get to look at my beautiful friend and get to hear her voice like directly instead of through a recording or through a screen. That felt really good. And also, to get to really see her eyes. I haven't gotten to really look in her eyes in a long time. And I think mostly when I got to see her eyes, we were usually inside and maybe it wasn't that bright. So that was extra fun to get to see my friend Lindsay's eyes. Really good. And to feel really seen by her. And she knew just when it was perfect time to offer her hands so I could hold her hands and look in her eyes and share about some really hard things. And yeah, it felt really, really good to be heard and understood in a way that there's a small sliver of humanity that can understand some of these themes we were talking about at the level that we were talking about them. But I have more and more friends who understand really, really, really well. And so I'm going to get them. Yeah, I'm going to spend more time with those people. And sometimes we'll record it and then we'll share it here. So that's why I'm going to change the description for this channel to Heather and Corinne and their friends, because it's not just us who's going to be here. And this was also my inner child dressing me earlier. Like, I want to wear my really bright shirt. And I wore my little skirt with polka dots on it. That makes me happy. Yeah. And I got to see the skirt that Lindsay got for my parade, but then the parade got rained out and she wasn't feeling good that day. So I'm going to do the parade another time so that she can wear her pretty tutu and I can wear costumes and my friends can wear costumes and we can go for a fun walk. I'll do that soon when I can. Okay. Oh, there was other really good stuff today. Oh my God. It started really good even. So my sweetheart and I woke up together and had a lovely just kind of connection time in the morning. And we actually did our meditation early before we even got out of bed. That was really cool. I was really happy for that kind of flexibility. It was his idea. So we did our meditation before we even got out of bed. So I was a little bit late, but it was totally fine for my cousin's Zoom call. And we were talking about her new business and her new offerings to the world, and it's so cool. So cool what my cousin Aranzis is doing. And so yeah, it's becoming clearer and clearer to me that I am not the one who will actually deliver the services, whatever the services are, but I might be the one who kind of paves the way for other people to get to provide and receive the services. So My cousin is somebody that I have just been enamored with my whole life. And well, as long as I've known of her, I don't actually remember how old I was when I learned of her existence, but we're roughly the same age. I think I'm a couple of years older. Maybe she's a couple of years older than me. I don't know. Pretty close in age. Um, and Yeah, I've followed her entire life, like, whatever she was doing, I was always really interested in it. She did and that's how I ended up following Weight Watchers, which is now a WW, I guess, um, really, really closely because she worked for them for a really long time. And recently, she is in the process of launching her own, like, coaching offering called Live Up, but it's way beyond coaching. It's that's just, like, one piece, basically. She really is. I think this is big, what she's starting to create. I think it's really, really big. And so I'm really excited to be in at the very beginning and kind of seeing it from the first weeks and kind of keeping tabs on her all along. And yeah, at least once a week, I get to spend time listening to her and other women who are sharing really openly and vulnerably about their experience. And is a wonderful way to start the morning. So I'm going to talk more about what she's offering, but in a different place, like on my business page on Facebook is probably where I'll talk about it first. Maybe on my personal page. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But now my body is saying it is time to stop sitting here, stop looking at the light, stop looking at the screen. My brain hurts. Time to go outside. Oh my God, Lindsay sang a really good song to me. And I hope I can remember it. It's about uh, it's a really familiar tempo. Anything you can do, I can do better is the original, I think. But anywhere you can walk, I can walk slow. I can walk too. I'm gonna have her sing it to me again. But it's about walking real slowly. I can get wherever you can get. I'm just gonna get there slowly. I had lots of aha moments on my friend date with my friend Lindsay. It was really great. And yeah, it was super great. Okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna drink some more water because I'm really thirsty too. And put my feet in the ground. I think that's a good idea. Oh, but I gotta show you my flowers. I got flowers for my birthday, and they're still doing pretty good. They've been almost a week, but they're still doing pretty good. They're so gorgeous. 3 different people brought me flowers. It's awesome. Well, we were supposed to go for a flower walk. That got rained out, but it's okay. I got my new sweater. Okay. Thank you. Being on the receiving end. Have a good rest of your day. Squeaky chair.